All right, good morning, everybody. Once again, this is Paul McMillan II, and welcome to another live session. So it's December 9th, 2021. And so to get started, we're going to actually check Forex Factor and see what the news is about. And we could see the New York session pretty much just started, but it's saying once again that the USD is going to be under major news starting at 8:30. And then the Canadian dollar is going to be under some major news starting at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Each currency in the London session was pretty much good to go. So if you trade the London session, you probably will clear up major news. So we're going to trade NAS100. And so we're going to start with step one. And that is we're going to mark up market structure from the 15-minute to the 4-hour time frame. So let me pause this recording and start on that. Okay, I'm back. So now, excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Allergies and sinuses are the worst around this time of the year. All right, so now we're going to mark up supply demand zones off of the institutional levels. Okay. So let me change this to yellow. There we go. So we're going to mark up this market structure based off of institutional levels. So you can see that it caused an imbalance move here, imbalance move here. See what the next one we can find. So good one there. Next one I would say maybe up here. Next one up to here. All right. So now I'm going to draw my supply demand zones off of these horizontal lines. All right, so we did it on the 15 minutes. We're going to go to the 30-minute and do the same exact thing. Whoops. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is a good spot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to green. There we go. All right. So then I'm going to draw my supply demand zones off of these horizontal lines next. I'm going to change this to green. So now that I did the 30-minute, so now we're going to move on to the 1 hour. So this is going to be the red. So make the red line, and then we're going to get this one. Probably here, then up to here. So now we get the supply demand zones. All right, so now we got that marked up. So let's see where we're at on the 4 hour. This is where we're at on the 4 hour. So we got everything marked up all the way to that point. So now we're going to go back to the 15-minute. This is where we're at. All right, so now, so we completed step 1. So step 2, we're going to identify the trend. We can clearly see that price did trend down just a little bit, but then kind of pulled back and mitigated all of this area. So really, in reality, price is ranging at this point. So it's best to wait for a breakout, in my opinion. Might just take out this zone. And if I need to draw another one, I will. So I'm gonna say price is ranging. So now I'm gonna wait for a breakout. So I would like to see price break out from here. Let me see some here as well. I'm gonna erase this zone too. Yeah. I'll just erase those 2 zones and just work with this for now. Then if I need to draw them again, I'll draw them. So I'm going to wait to see it break out, see which way price is going to go. So if price breaks this most recent low, or this most recent high here, or this most recent low, if it breaks this high and retests and goes above, I probably would buy up. If it breaks this low here, then I'll probably sell it. So that's what I'm going to wait for. So since I did that, got that set, we're good to go on that. Now, I'm going to turn this off. Now I'm going to put on the order flow, which is my order block indicator. So then what I try to look for next is the last Harami candle, which I see here. This was the last buy candle that price sold and filled in this imbalance that this created as well. But then this also created a lot of imbalance, so they came back to mitigate that area. Now it looks like they filled in 50% of that. So my guess is they're probably going to fill in all this imbalance here, maybe even bring it down, maybe down to this point, and then buy it back up. That's what I'm thinking. So they probably might sell it some more. So ultimately, they're going to want to fill all this imbalance here because this is left open eventually. But they might come down and do this and then buy it up to maybe come down and fill half of this area and then buy it up to ultimately hit this zone from all this imbalance here, and then ultimately hit all this imbalance up here. So that's what they probably might end up doing. So that's just my guess, but we'll know for sure at the 9:30 bell. So the very next thing that I'm going to do, let's see. Is I'm going to actually mark this up. So it's going to be I'm going to set my take profit zone. So if price decides to buy up, then I probably might set my first take profit here. But the first thing, but now that I did that, I'm going to go ahead and set my risk to reward levels now, risk to reward tools. So price sells, I'm looking to get at least 200 pips. So this will be the first take profit then right here. Let's see. TP1 is going to be, that is over 560 plus pips. TP1. And then I can make this TP2 would be over 1,000 pips plus. Now I'm putting my second risk to reward tool. So I want to get at least 200 pips if it buys up. So I could say this is going to be the first take profit here. Say 400 plus pips for TP1. Uh, 970 plus pips for TP2. All right. So now I got that set. So I got my levels set. Now my goal is to go ahead and set my alarms for these take profit zones. But the next thing I'm going to do as well is turn on the Dorlean EMA indicator. Now I can see that now I use this indicator as extra confirmation. Usually a good sniper entry with this EMA indicator is when the yellow EMA crosses the red EMA. So usually I jump into a good trade if that happens after it connects and you know, confirms with all my other confirmations, you know, my market structure, the imbalance analysis, you know, support or resistance, just whatever the case may be. If it lines up with that and the yellow EMA crosses the red EMA, especially if it's below the blue one or above, whichever one, then that's what helps me to determine whether I'm going to buy and sell. All right. There's one more thing I want to do. You know, I'm going to actually just move this up to here. That's going to kind of determine what I'm going to sell or not. And then I'm just going to move this up to here. And I'm just going to make 560 plus pips. First take profit is going to be up here. Then maybe I move the second one right here. Yeah, I'll just do that. We'll see what happens. So yeah. So that's just extra confirmation on top of what I'm already doing. So then the next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead, set the alarm on my take prop. Set my alarm on the my take profit zones. Just set my alarms, and then we'll wait for the 9:30 bell. It's 8:47, so we got a little bit over 30 minutes before price really starts to move. So what I'm going to do is pause this recording and set these and be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back. So I set my alarms for my take profit zones. So we're pretty much set. We just need to wait to see what happens at the 9:30 bell. So we're just going to wait for that. So once we get closer to the 9:30 bell, we'll kind of get an idea of where price is going. When I look at the yellow EMA, it looks like it's starting to curve and go back up, and it might cross the red EMA. I wouldn't be surprised if price did buy up to fill in this most recent imbalance move here. I wouldn't be surprised. They get that, and then they decide to sell it down. So it's a possibility, or it could just sell down and break this and go down there. So it's a possibility, but we'll see. One more thing before, what would it make sense if, I wonder if it would make sense if I did this. Nah, I'm gonna leave everything the way it is. And we'll see what happens. So I'll pause this recording and I'll be right back. Also, and just for the record as well, price can easily go down to here as well because of all this imbalance too. So we'll see what they decide to do. We just got to wait for that move. So just a side note, we'll see what happens at the 9:30 bell. We have about an hour and 5 minutes. So be right back. All right, so it looks like the yellow EMA is about to cross the red EMA. I'm thinking it's going to buy up. Looks like it's buying up on the RSI as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put in my stop loss and take profit for the buy. So let me share my phone screen. And then if the price ends up selling, we can just always adjust. So let me go ahead and trade this, put it in. So the stop loss is going to be 162.49.8. Take profit is going to be 164.42.4. All right. And so then I'm just going to just leave it in my phone for now. So let me share the other phone screen. Let me share my other screen here. We'll wait and see at the 9:30 bell. It's 9:18, so we have a little bit over 10 minutes, and we'll see what's popping. All right, guys. So stay tuned. All right, so it's 9:30 now. My alarm just went off. I'm thinking this is going to buy up maybe, but we'll see. Let's wait. Yeah, it's pushing up. Probably shouldn't have pushed the buy button too much, but we'll see. Yeah, it's pushing. So it continues to push up. Let me share my phone screen. Might have pushed the buy button a little too quickly. Yeah. That's what my bug is, but it might be going up. Show my phone screen, see where we're at. Pushed up. Get my profit. Hold on. Really pushed up. Let me get my profit there. I didn't close it in time. That was my fault. 14. Come on, give me at least 15. 17. Boom. There we go. So now $16. Boom, that quick. Loving it. So let's look at price, see how many pips we smashed so far already. From here all the way up to here. That was definitely 260 pips. So I can say we really smashed our first take profit. I can even put it here. So we smashed our first take profit technically. What I would like to see is if it goes all the way up to this area to mitigate all this area here, and they probably will do that. So, so let me pause this recording and do a few things, and then we'll see what price is doing. Be right back. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to probably mitigate this area, and if so, it's probably going to hit our first take profit. While we're looking at that, let me do a few things here. Smash first take profit. So we were successful, so I had to mitigate this area, so we knocked it out. So yeah, we did it. We did it. Let me do a few things here, and then I'm gonna stop this recording. But not surprised that they actually bought it up to mitigate that area. So it makes perfect sense here. All right, so we smashed the first take profit. It looks like it's going over. So it's probably going to maybe even come up to here, or maybe even create an all-time high. We'll see. Do this here, and I'm about to post this on our social media page. So there's proof there. So I caught all of that there. Made $16 on the smallest position, 0.01. So if that was $2 per pip or more, that could have easily been a $250 to $300 profit. Probably more if I had stayed in the trade. So that's just proof right there that we did good on this analysis. So they went on ahead and decided to fill in this imbalance here. And there's a possibility they could drive it to make price overbought, maybe a little bit up to here, and then ultimately sell it down and fill all these imbalances here. But that's it for this session. I'm gonna post this on my social media page, and I'll see you guys in the next session, next live session. Take care.